Alright, so a popular topic for discussion that we thought you guys would take a lot of value from.
Actually, Jay, I'm in an intro like.
Welcome to episode
Jay and
episode
Priest
2.
About shit. This is episode 2.
It's episode 2 now, bro.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Was I not in the first one?
Yeah.
Ep 2.
So on episode 2 today, we thought we talk about what protein you guys can use and our personal opinions on what we actually use and what's best work for us. So recently I got put on to pea protein, and at first I was a little bit skeptical. I've used whey for a long time now, and I hadn't really noticed the repercussions of whey and what it was actually doing to my digestive system and the bloating that actually occurred from whey. So upon switching to pea protein, it was almost instant. Within the first couple of days, I noticed that my bloating had subsided. The digestive process of drinking it sit well in my stomach. Overall feeling and well-being from being on pea protein. So
that just killed me.
Yeah. So overall being and well-being. Yeah, most of this shit.
Just take a break.
Oh. Alright, so back to where we were. Basically, the overall.
We're just completely lost now.
Yeah. So basically, it's been a dramatic change to how I've been feeling. So yeah, just that week alone made me feel a lot better, and my digestive system and the bloating's all subsided because of that.
Insane, right? Most people that are lifting. I mean, how long were you on whey for? 10 years or something?
Yeah, I mean, we didn't know any better. We thought obviously whey isolate is a more refined isolate, so it's going to sit well better in your stomach. But even so, there's still obviously dairy in itself doesn't. We're not, as humans, we're not designed to be eating dairy. So it's, a lot of the time it doesn't sit well with a lot of people.
It's funny. I've always heard that as well. People talk, dairy is not designed for human consumption. It's pretty bad for you. But then you don't realise you're like, oh no, I'm fine. I eat dairy. It's all good.
Yeah.
It's not until you actually cut the dairy, and you look back and you're like, oh, what a difference it makes.
So until you actually eliminate the dairy, you'll be surprised how much you notice in terms of how you feel, how you look, your body composition. It's just, the list goes on. So
everything from bloating to holding water, especially.
Yeah.
I used to smash dairy. I used to have normal milk. Now I have almond milk.
Yeah.
Used to have normal whey. Now I'm on a rice. It's mine a rice pea blend.
So he's on the Prana, which is a rice pea blend. It's predominantly rice and pea, which is still a great amino acid profile. I actually use a different variation. I'll put it up on the screen now. I actually forgot what the brand is. Tony something. But anyway, so pea is a cheaper alternative to whey isolate too. So it's another benefit. So there's a few brands out there, and just finding a flavour that works for you. And you notice the consistency when you actually make the shake. It's a lot thicker, and in my opinion, it actually tastes better than whey. Whey isolate's very thin. Its consistency, so it's literally like drinking water. But when you mix pea protein, it's like a thick shake.
Yeah, I feel like you drink it too, and you don't feel like when you drink a normal shake of whey, you feel like your stomach just goes
expands, literally
straight away within
you can watch your stomach expand as you drink it.
Man, I've been on the Prana isolate. Like Jay said, it's the rice pea blend. The reason that you're not actually on there is there's some things in there that disagree with you. Everyone's body's.
So I gave really Prana a go, and it didn't sit well for me. Just because there are a abundance of different ingredients in that, and I don't know what particular ingredient was having an issue with me. I just switched to a different pea, and this is just a straight pea protein. So it's just literally got pea protein, and then you've got stevia, natural flavours, and cocoa, and that's about it. So that's as pure as you get, and that's the way I like it personally.
Even me and Jay were having this conversation this morning just about your diet, and you're not just taking if it fits your macros approach. You're actually looking at things like the glycemic index.
So I pretty much so I'm looking at all the micronutrient profiles of the foods. Generally, I like high GI carbohydrates around training, as well as glycemic sugars intra and post. So they're just the basic principles I use in my diet. When it comes to a cheat day, previously I used to go all out, and I would just go from day onto night time and just eat whatever I wanted.
This guy used to do.
I used to just throw it into me and just, I wasn't enjoying that, but I thought, hey, I've got to make the most of it. I've got this window of opportunity where I can just eat all these foods, and hey, it's gonna boost my leptin and it's gonna make me lose body fat. But in that process, it literally sets you back probably like a good 4 days of being in a deficit. The reason you want to incorporate a cheat day is to boost leptin. So by doing that, you want to minimize your fat to like nil and just focus on carbohydrates and hit a target. Say, you might want to first start with 500 grams, and then if you work well with that, bump it up to 550, then 600, and just see how your body responds. And like everyone is different, so you got to see what works for you. And at the moment, every second week I'm hitting 550 grams of carbs and doing 40 grams of fat, and my protein is going to be dropped as a result. Obviously, carbohydrates are protein sparing, so my protein is dropped to about 150 on those days. So essentially, I'm about 1,000 calories in excess and a surplus as well. So with just the aim to just boost leptin, and only if my weight's stalling. So if my weight doesn't drop, I'll incorporate that cheat. If my weight's dropping consistently, there's no need to incorporate that cheat at all. So, and also it goes on how you feel. So if I feel flat and I feel sluggish in the gym, I've got like no pump or anything like that, your body, your glycogen levels are low, your body's craving a refeed, it's time to boost those hormones. So those when the cheat days are beneficial and come into play.
There's even, would you say, there's even times where like, when I've been coming up to a show many years back. Yeah. But like I was like, you just know when you're due for just say like I was doing a low fat diet. As I know that's how you like to cut coming into a show as well. Do you think coming up to this prep you'll have like any higher fat days at all, or are you just going to keep them minimal?
I feel with myself, like first thing I'll do from now is reduce fat. So I'll keep my carbs at 330 and I'll reduce fat slowly to about 50, and then it will go as low as 40 grams a day. And ideally, I mean, for my body to function, I've done that before, and low fat is okay with me. But essentially, I've done a high fat diet before and cut it and reduce body fat the same way. I just feel like I operate better on high carbs as opposed to high fat. You only need a set amount of fat for hormonal function. Apart from that, there's no actual added benefit to fats. Yeah, as in my opinion, you want to prioritize carbohydrates over fat and just get the optimal amount to support hormone levels with fat.
Yeah, depending on body type as well. I mean, like I've found, I feel a lot better on a higher fat diet with a lower carb approach. But if I'm doing when I was doing competitions, to keep my carbs up and lower my fats is more beneficial because the carbs will keep my muscles fuller. Even though I don't feel energized and stuff, it's like realistically you're cutting for a show. Like you're not supposed to feel fucking amazing. They come into their 4 weeks, I'd say, probably before the shows, and they start feeling it.
And if you're not feeling shit leading up to a show, you're doing something wrong, because I don't care what anyone says, like, you're not going to be feeling your best, like, you're not going to be feeling amazing in the gym every single day. You're going to have those times where it's going to be a struggle. Like,
if you're coming in the way you should, which is in really good condition.
Yeah, if you're going to be coming in like 3 to 4% body fat and look at the best shape you've ever looked at, you're going to have a hard time getting there. There's no easy way of doing it. Like, it requires 100% effort. So, I mean, last year I had a completely different approach to the way I did this show. Last year I did, like I just mentioned previously, I had those full Saturday cheat days, and now looking back on that, that set me back a lot in terms of the amount of days I was in deficit. This year I'm actually calculating my refeeds, so like I did say before, so I'm way leaner 8.5 weeks out than I was last year. So and it's just it all goes on trial and error. So
I mean, you guys, man, this guy is a scientist when it comes to this shit. Like
I just love educating myself on training and nutrition. Like I just enjoy that stuff. So whenever I have the time to spare, I'll always look up. Like I remember like years ago, I was obsessed with like coming up with the right diet, the right cutting regime, like what best worked for me. And I was just adopting other people's approaches rather than just going on what best worked for me. Basically what I've done is just trial and error the last couple of years, and in doing so, I finally figured out the right formula.
Yes. So I'm not like research and shit on the internet. I know the basics, and then for the shit I don't know, I just come ask Jay. So.
If you guys want to know, if you want to get technical and you want to ask me a few questions, just shoot them up in the comments below, and I'll be more than happy to run over some questions for you.
Learn your body. No, that's so important because this is what you fucking live in. This is what I live in.
It's your temple.
What Jay lives in.
It's your temple.
We've all got bodies. So if you can take one thing out of this video, it's that we've all got bodies.
You got to look after it. Do the next video. See you next time.
So.